Emily really wanted to do the walk of the treetops thing, and so we booked it, and it's now raining, and we got like 3 hours of sleep last night, so better be worth it.
It's going to be.
In Vancouver, we stopped at Capilano Suspension Bridge and Park, and there is the suspension bridge. It was a pretty spectacular view walking over the river. Almost breathtaking enough to make me forget how annoying the large group of people in raincoats who needed to stop every 3 feet for a selfie were. Once across the bridge, we started walking towards the canopy walk part of the park. Really started getting perspective for just how tall these trees were that we were going to be walking through. We made our way up their little stone steps here. And this led us up to the spot where you can begin traversing the treetops. Now, Emily found this on TikTok, and we were worried that this was going to be one of those things that looked way cooler online than it did in real life when you actually got there. That was not the case. This far exceeded our expectations. You can just see how cool and how gorgeous. They had all the lights lit up when we were there, just like they did in the videos. All of these really fun Halloween decorations that were going on. Like, they went all out for Halloween. They had a bunch of skeletons out here chilling in the pond. They had skeletons climbing the trees. And yet it still wasn't so cheesy that it took away from just the natural awe-inspiring experience of the beauty in the area. And beyond the suspension bridge and the treetop walk, they had a little boardwalk going through the park with little water features here and there. And then they had the cliff walk. This is pretty cool. You go down these crazy spiral stairs, and once you get to the bottom, you are walking on this little gantry that is literally hanging off the side of a cliff. It could certainly be a little unnerving and not for the faint of heart if you're afraid of heights, but the breathtaking views of the river and the canyon below are absolutely worth a few butterflies in your stomach if you can get yourself out there. Was it worth it?
I'm soaking wet, but it's so worth it. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Yay!
See how I feel tomorrow when my boots still aren't dry, but... After that, we went and got some of the best sushi we absolutely ever had. Then after that, we checked into our Airbnb and went and found this cute little tiki bar called the Shameful Tiki Room, where we finished off our night. Next day, we went to Stanley Park and started our hike around a little pond where we hung out with a few ducks. After our duck friends went about their day, we started wandering about the park. We made it to the gardens, which, to be honest, this time of year were a little underwhelming, but that's okay because they still had these really cool trees. And as we continued our wandering, we eventually made it to the walkway that goes around literally the entire park, and we decided to walk around the entire park. It took us a few hours, but the scenery was absolutely beautiful. We got to see seaplanes coming and going. As we wandered by Lost Lagoon, we saw some of the best fall colors we'd seen in the entire park. Hung out by the beach for a little bit where we saw a seal and then saw some more cool trees, and we saw a really big rock in the water. The scenery around the park was truly breathtaking, and it changed with every step. Just seriously, take a second to appreciate how pretty this is. Okay, done appreciating, back to drinking. We finished our night at Steamworks Brewing with a huge flight. Then on our last day in Vancouver, we woke up and went to Granville Island, which had this amazing market with, oh my god, all of the seafood. I'm so lucky I don't live here, or I would be bankrupt because I would eat here every day until I ran out of money. We also finally got to try a Nanaimo bar, Nanaimo bar, whatever. They were pretty good. But anyway, this is Granville Island. Is a cool little art district, has some great breweries, distilleries, great restaurants. We had some amazing seafood, and it was a great way to finish out our trip. Thank you guys for coming along on our honeymoon.